orientation session today. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jackie Garlock. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I am the Assistant Director of Training Development at the Community Technical Assistance Center, also known as CTAC, and we're housed in the McSilver Institute for Poverty Policy and Research at NYU. So I will be your captain this morning. And I am joined by my colleague, Nicole Lee. Nicole, if you want to take a chance to introduce yourself.
Sure. Thanks, Jackie. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all here. I'm Nicole Lee. I'm a clinical social worker, NYU alum, and currently a manager with Vibrant Emotional Health, administering 988, the National Suicide Crisis Lifeline for the country, for the US. So I'm very excited to be in this space with you all. Yeah, we'll have time to get to know each other in the next couple sessions. Thanks for joining.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Nicole. And I also want to give my colleague Leslie Giglio a chance to introduce herself. You probably have gotten emails from Leslie. You'll be continuing to get emails from her. But I just want to give you all a chance to put a face to a name, to say hi. Leslie, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm off. So if you have any tech issues, I'm the only non-person screen. But great to meet everyone. I'm one of the senior program coordinators at CTAC with Jackie, and I've collaborated with Nicole a good amount by now too. So I'm excited to meet and get to know you all. And again, if you have any questions throughout today or just generally, feel free to shoot me an email.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Leslie. So that's our team. So we're just going to be, today's just about to give us everyone a chance to ask questions, do an introduction to the course, to introduce you to some of the course components, and to also give a chance for folks to ask me questions that they have about the course going forward. Yeah, and hopefully also just to get to know you a little bit more. So you all just met us, but here's our lovely headshots. So we're going to be your team for the this certificate course. So you'll again be mostly communicating with Leslie via email, and then Nicole and I will be facilitating our discussion hours for the course. So again, I think I said this before, we've been having people already chat in, but if you haven't yet chatted in your name, maybe where you're coming from, the name of your program, your organization, you also can unmute if people would like to do that to introduce themselves. That's easier. Sometimes people aren't able to type in. But yeah, it looks like we have some folks coming from all over the state. I see from Rochester, Westchester, folks who are program coordinators, who are project services, directors, clinical directors. Stephanie's coming from Buffalo, amazing.
Rochester.
Fantastic. Rochester.
City DOHMH represented. Hi, folks.
Amazing. Amazing. And I love that we have a little bit of a variety of different kinds of teams, because I think that we can then, one thing that Nicole and I both really value is having sort of like a wealth of experience in the room so that you all can learn from each other, because we know that people bring a lot into the room. So we're hoping that you all can use this. This can be a sort of a cross-pollination opportunity in terms of getting to know each other and connecting with people in the field. So this is our second certificate course that we've done here, the Crisis and Safety course. We've done this once before, we did it last year, and it was pretty successful. Part of this is just giving us a chance to use some of these. CTAC, as you all know, has a lot of amazing webinars, and we wanted to give a chance to both utilize the amazing catalog of and archives that we have, and also give people a chance to both get CEs for them and then also to talk about them. I'm thinking of this, and I don't know, Nicole, maybe this is not how, but sort of almost like a book club in some ways, right? We have a chance to or maybe a salon is a better like an old-timey salon.
Yeah.
Where we get to take in information, and then the point of the discussion hours is going to be to discuss and then also apply the sort of knowledge learned in these webinars to our practice. The three topics that we'll be covering in this certificate course are non-suicidal self-injury, suicidal behavior and ideation and prevention, and then safety planning. So obviously there's many facets to crisis, and these are the three that we're going to be focusing on for this course. So in terms of the components of the course, I guess, I don't know, Nicole, if you wanted, I can't remember if this is, you're
Sure.
going to
I
go
don't
through
know if you can see.
this.
Yeah, no, all good. I can jump in here. So we're gonna have recordings. There's 5 in total, 2 on non-suicidal self-injurious behavior, 2 on suicide prevention, and 1 on safety planning for a total of 6 hours that y'all will be expected to watch and then complete a brief reflection following. And then our discussion hours will complement those recordings. There's, I think about, yeah, there's two on well, I just read them to you. 2 on the non-suicidal self-injurious, 2 on the suicide prevention. So watching those before the discussion hours and then coming in for our time together to kind of reflect and speak about what y'all saw, what you learned, what was standing out to you. And then Jackie and I have prepared some live interactive sort of activities for us to apply the topics that are discussed to really bring the skills and bring the tools to life in those discussion hours. So we have some activities prepared, but definitely want to hear from you on what you saw in the recordings and what stood out to you. And then just noting the discussion hours times are listed there, which Leslie reminded me, I think Leslie sends out those, those are already sent out as like holds on folks or like on a heads up of when those are occurring with the Zoom link. So Leslie's got that here.
I would encourage though, just, I don't know if anyone else is like me and lives by their calendar, because if my calendar does not say something, it doesn't exist to me. If anyone else is like me in that respect, maybe go into your calendar right now might be a good time to just double check that these times are marked off in your calendar, just in case for some reason it didn't go through. This might be a good, yes, you should have received Zoom links for all of those in your email, but you might have to manually add them to your calendar in terms of like hitting the link. So if you have not done that, and that would be helpful to you, I would use now as a chance to do that.
And I know I'm someone who has like multiple calendars, so putting it on all my calendars is critical too. So
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you do this one. Go ahead, Jackie.
Great. So we are looking to, as if you're familiar with CTAC, we do evaluations for all of our different offerings. And so as part of your presentation, we'll be asking you to fill out evaluations throughout the course. So we're going to be doing a pre and a post survey. And then we'll be doing some sort of satisfaction surveys throughout for each of the discussion hours, just to help us get a sense of what we're doing is working for folks. This is the second time we've done this certificate course, but we're looking to plan future certificate courses. And so we want to make sure that however we are structuring things is working for people. I mean, we've already made some adjustments to this course based on feedback from the last one. We do take into account everything that shows up, and as much as you can give us feedback, we will use it and make things good for the future. And so we're going to be doing a pre and post survey and then feedback after each webinar. The reflections after each webinar, and that's for CEs. We'll be asking you to do sort of a brief reflection, and then we'll be doing feedback forms. So we're actually going to give you some time now to do our pre-survey. So Leslie just put that into the chat. Samantha's saying she did not get links for the training. Samantha, if you want to email Leslie, or even you can maybe private chat her if you like, just so that maybe she can help you troubleshoot it. Oh, perfect. Thanks, Leslie. For everyone else, if you want to click that link that's in the chat for the pre-survey. So we're going to give you a couple minutes. So it's 11 after right now, and so we'll give you until like 15 after, maybe. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes to do our pre-survey.
Cool.
And if you're having trouble with the link, please feel free to chat in and we can try and help folks navigate that.
I wish we had some Jeopardy music.
Yeah, or just smooth jazz or something. And if folks want to put in the chat or somehow just maybe give a thumbs up in your little reaction buttons whenever you're done. No rush, but I just wanted to thank you. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Lucas, Maria, Allie. Thank you. Give folks maybe another 30 seconds. Amazing. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. So,
Oh, I think we go back one slide, hopefully.
sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, I think we're missing our chat in. We had a question.
Oh, did I skip it?
I don't think so. I don't see it. Maybe I see it in our well, we can just talk through it.
Yes.
So we wanted to hear from you all. You have an interest in this course, and we really, really appreciate and want to incorporate your feedback, even live as we're doing it. We really would like to know, what are your hopes and expectations for this course? What brings you into this space? What would you like to get out of it? I'm going to put this in the chat as well. You can come off mute and let us know your thoughts on that, or you can chat in and we'll read your responses aloud. What are your hopes and expectations? Lucas, hands up, go for it.
Hi, I'll just break the ice. My name is Lucas, he, him, his pronouns. I work at an agency and I work directly with clients. Soon we'll be in some more coordination. I would like to, from an agency and systemic standpoint, there's a lot of talk about making sure documentation is up to date and all that. But when it comes to actually working with clients in the actual practice, I think that I do have comfort speaking about these things, but I would like to develop more, just have a better, I don't know what the right word is, repertoire of skills to work with clients to resolve certain things. And safety planning is always hit and miss with me. Sometimes I think it's very useful. Other times I feel like it's just pushed so that we have a piece of paper in the file. And I would like to be able to really make the most out of a safety plan session. So I think those are just my initial thoughts of why I'm here.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Yeah, that practical application is really what Jackie and I mean, you'll see that and ideas and theories and approaches in the webinars that you're going to watch, but the practical application was something that Jackie and I are really centering in the discussion hours. So really hope that you will have that achieved. And also hearing you say about, just systems, like how do we be aware of the systems that we're working within? How do we also make this meaningful and therapeutic when we're, confronting these really hard topics around suicidal ideation or gestures or attempts or non-suicidal behaviors, and how does that get perceived by families and caregivers and other systems, and understanding of that as a symptom or area of concern. So yeah, you hit on a lot of really important
Thank you.
areas, Lucas.
Yeah, there just seems to be a general sense of panic around it in
Yes.
when it's brought up, and it's like we've got to get all this submitted so that it's on the file, and it's like just patience with it is yeah, this urgency is really stressful.
Definitely. Yeah, balancing, right, the liability and the risk that's real, and the therapeutic, like human, the person in front of you and their supports. How do you provide psychoeducation in real time that's meaningful and appropriate, responding to the risk that may be present, but also is normalizing and destigmatizing and enhancing understanding. So thank you for that. I'm also seeing some comments in the chat here. So Stephanie, I work with suicidal youth and I'm always interested in learning something new or different or a new point of view, way to work with youth and families. Wonderful. We are learners here, so really appreciate being open and exploring and trying to expand your toolbox. Sarah is saying, in addition to skills to use with my own clients, I hope to find ways to help supervisees become more comfortable with addressing non-suicidal, self-injurious behavior, or suicidal ideation. Excellent. Ivana, hope I said your name correctly. I want to strengthen crisis intervention techniques to effectively de-escalate situations where clients are experiencing distress and getting the parents, caregivers to understand and learn how to guide them in handling the crisis and improving the communication during crisis rather than waiting days after the crisis to share with the therapist. Yeah, that is a very important balance that Jackie and I have prepped a lot around with the discussion hour conversations we're going to have and content you'll see in the webinars. But yeah, that balance of real-time escalation, respecting autonomy of the youth that you're serving, involving other systems when necessary. It's a very precarious balance, and it takes a lot of consideration and practice. So I'm looking forward to having that space with y'all here. Nicole, great name. Better understanding interventional strategies to treat or deal with NSSI. Great. To enhance abilities, working with clients who express SI or engage an SIB to be able to provide the appropriate strategies to caregivers. Excellent. And gaining resources. Thanks, Kamala. Refresh and learn things I haven't previously learned. Margaret's saying you work with both youth and both self-harm and suicidal ideations and gestures. Yes, right. These things come up with this population. This is not to be denied. This is a reality of the work that y'all are doing, and this happens. So we have to have the tools ready. And then Shannon saying, I work directly with high-risk individuals and individuals who have significant attempts and injurious behaviors. I work with clients to create safety plans, and I want to improve my skills in the application of it while they are inpatient in the hospital. More specifically, coming up with better plans to bring home, right? Like how to bring the safety plan to life, like not just be a checklist or this like one-time done idea. It's a living, breathing document. It's something that ought to be revisited and revamped and be a real helpful tool and individualized for every individual that you're working with. It's not a one size fits all. All right. Thanks y'all for chatting these in. Sorry, go ahead, Jackie.
No, I was just saying everyone's comments really amazing. Thank you all so much for putting this all in the chat. I feel like this is great, and I really hope that we'll be able to the best of our abilities, hit on all of these different things. And I'm also just really loving, all of you have different levels of experience with doing safety plans, with dealing with NSSI and or suicidal ideation behavior. And so again, it seems like this will be a really great cross-pollination opportunity for folks who are like, well, I do safety plans every single day, and this is how I use it, versus people who are like, I don't have to do it that often. And so it sort of becomes a bit of a overwhelming thing when I have to do it. So I'm really hoping that we can really, again, learn from each other, and we really believe in multi-directional learning here. So hopefully, we're hoping that we can sort of use our discussions to really, again, I may overusing the word cross-pollinate, but I like it.
So. I like it too. All right, maybe in the interest of time, we can move on to expectations and assignments. So as I referred to earlier, there's going to be 5 recorded webinars. So we do want y'all to view those in their entirety and complete that brief reflection for each recording that you watch. There are 3 discussion hours that you've received the Zoom link from Leslie. We talked about making sure they're on all of your pertinent calendars. So plug in those hours so that you can make sure you are present. And we really want to hear your voice, which you all are already being so active and so collaborative in our conversation so far. So we love this and want to see more of this in our discussion hours as well. We have course evaluations. You've already done a pre-survey. There's going to be post-survey. There's also going to be the, there's that.
Yeah.
I found it. We're going to have course evaluations because, again, we really like everything out of CTEC comes from what do the providers across the state need? What are you all asking for? What can we do better? And so we really want to hear your feedback and get that directly from you all. So please complete the course evaluations. And then for those who complete all components, there will be a certificate of completion that you can add to your CV and to, put in your file at work that you've got the certificate under your belt. And perfect. Yeah, Jackie, go for it if you want to talk about the website.
Yes. So everything we're talking today, we're going to be recording this webinar and we'll be sending it out to you. But all of this information is also we have a course website, which I'm going to show you all here. And also, I think, Leslie, if you want to put the link to that, I can also put the link to it in the chat. I don't need, I can
She already dropped it.
Oh, amazing. Ahead of me as per usual. So you'll see that all of this is on the website. So we have all of the different components. You'll get a link to the syllabus if you want this in form of a document. It also has all of our CE information, and then also all the links to the different webinars, as well as the links to the journal entries, which you do need to fill out in order to get CE credit for each of them. If you're familiar with doing sort of those non-asynchronous learning, you always have to have some sort of like knowledge check. So we do it through journal entries. And again, you do just need to do that in order to be eligible for the CEs. So again, this is just, you know, an example of sort of what's there. And then you have some resources here, as well as there's a lot of resources, actually more resources on the syllabus than there are on the website. But so I encourage you all to go on there and explore around just to see what's on there.
Awesome. And here's our
One
schedule.
of the things, yes,
Go ahead.
it's also on the website, but you can see the schedule here as well.
Great. All right, and then just in terms of CE, so this course is going to be a total of 9 continuing education credits for licensed social workers, LMSW, LCSW, and then licensed mental health counselors to receive.
Yes, and I think also LMFTs as well.
Oh, perfect.
I'm pretty sure that I did not update the slide. We do now do LMFTs, and I don't know if we do psychologists, but we might also do psychologists. So anyway, but
if you're not seeing your credentialing reflected here, reach out and we'll make sure we confirm. To receive CEs, you must complete all elements of the course. Thanks, Joseph, for your question about where do the reflections get submitted. That's going to be online. You'll get the link after. You'll see the link there embedded in the website. And you do have to attend all 3 live discussion hours and complete the course evaluations to receive credit. We don't have the ability to offer partial credit. So it's an all or nothing sort of situation, which we know has its own kind of limitations. We acknowledge that, but this is how we're allowed to provide any kind of CEs as full completion. So please do your best to get all these components completed so you can get the 9 CEs.
If you're concerned about this already, or if things come up, please reach out to us, because we tried to work, tried to help people in the past to navigate this, but for the most part, yes, it's sort of an all or nothing situation. There's definitely no partial credit, but in terms of trying to help people navigate this, we try to do our best.
And there's a couple questions in the chat. Alexa's saying, are we going to get this PowerPoint? This is recorded, and I believe it's getting sent out. So yes, will it be via email, Jackie, Leslie?
Yes, we're going to send this out via email. It'll also be linked on the website. You'll receive a link both to the recording, and then also you'll get the slides. And also the link to the website will be in there. We're doing a little bit of over communication for this course. So hopefully that is helpful and not annoying. If it ends up being annoying more than helpful, let us know. We got a lot of opportunities for feedback. So just we figured over communication is maybe better than under communication. So yes, we are going to get all of those things. And then I'm not entirely sure about the answer to your question, Yanni. If you also wouldn't mind emailing Leslie, and we can get in touch with our CE expert, and then we can double check on that. But so I'm not entirely sure the answer for that one, but I can follow up on it.
And Maria, yep.
Everything will be emailed. You'll get reminder links before each discussion hour. So you'll get emails before each discussion hour with like the links to everything. That will be you'll get an email after this, for example, with all of the things, and then you'll get a reminder email. But also all of the links, all of the both to the reflections, to the webinars, it's all on the website, and it's all in the syllabus. So you have it already. Yep. It's just about what we will send it via email to just help remind people. I think that in the emails that we do, we might be directing people to the website so that they can get it from there. I don't know that we're going to put the direct links in every single time, but at the very least, you'll get a reminder email with access to it.
And there's Leslie's email in the chat for anyone who needs it. All right, so next steps. Our first discussion hour is on October 24th from 12 to 1 in 2 weeks. prior to that hour, please take a look at understanding adolescent self-injury and assessing and treating non-suicidal self-injury, and complete the reflection prompts that are on the website. It's about 3.5 hours total to complete the offerings. So just have that time set aside, budget it in the next 2 weeks so that you've got that all done and checked off your list ahead of our discussion hour. And you, as we've talked about, you've already been registered for the discussion hour by registering for the course. So just make sure you've added the calendar invites to your calendars.
Indeed. Indeed.
Any other questions? We did use up the full 30 minutes, y'all. We got into
Yeah.
any other questions that we can answer while we're all still here? And thanks for throwing out the questions in real time so we could just.
Yes. Really appreciate you all. And we're looking forward to getting to know you all better, and to, really connect with you all about the work. Thank you so
quick
much,
question.
everyone. Oh,
Yes. Quick
Go ahead.
question. So what you're saying is that all we have to do is go onto the website, and that's where we'll see the videos, and then we could end up writing our response to it.
The links are all on the website. So it'll link to the CTAC, you'll see a link that says watch the webinar here. You'll see a link that says fill out the journal reflection here. And there are separate links because the webinars are on the CTAC website, and then those journal reflections are on a separate form. But all the links will be right there for you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Maria, for clarifying that for everybody. Great. Thanks, everyone. Hope you have a great day and see you all in 2 weeks.